Hey everyone, my name's Rachel, and today I'm going to be talking about how to stop procrastinating and study, specifically Korean, even if you are busy with school. So I'm going to be giving you a couple of tips and tricks, and hopefully I'm helpful to you. So my first tip is don't bite off more than you can chew. Just take it slow when you're studying and don't move on to the next chapter unless you've completely understood the one that you did previously. Because Korean is a language, and I think most languages in the world, build on top of themselves. This means that although a concept may seem basic at first, as you move on, things will be added to that concept and it will become more complicated. And if you didn't understand the original basic concept that you learned first, you won't be able to get more advanced. You'll just get confused. So don't be afraid to just go at your own pace and make sure that you keep studying the same concept until you understand it front and back completely before you move on to something harder. My next tip is to set aside time for studying and pre-plan your week. So for me personally, I work out 3 times a week at the gym, so I take those other 2 days to study Korean. Then I study whenever I have free time on the weekend as well. I'm just warning you now, if you are a student or you have a job or you're not just sitting around your house all day, I would not aim to study every day. You can study in other ways, which I'll talk about later in the video, but actually sitting down, getting out your workbook and studying a chapter is a lot harder than it may seem when you get busy with school. However, for the days when you actually do have time to sit down and study from your workbook, here are some more tips. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but if my room or my workspace is cluttered, so is my brain, and I cannot focus and I cannot do anything proficiently. So even if you can just clear off one area, like your desk, to the point where it's clear enough that you can actually get your work done, that could really help you stay focused. Also figure out when you work best. Are you willing to wake up early and study before school starts? Or are you a night owl and you're okay with staying up late and working when it's dark? Figure out what works best for you and then apply that. And trust me, I know school can get overwhelming when assignments just start stacking up and it seems like you don't even have time to do anything. But this is when lists come in. I'm a huge list maker and it really helps me to prioritize and figure out what is most important, what I need to get done first. So I highly recommend making a list of what you need to get done that day or that week and get all those things done before you get to Korean. Because although Korean may be important to you or your future, depending on why you're learning it, it is not as important as your grades in school. Now here are a few tips which I use pretty much every day for the times when I just don't feel like getting up, clearing a workspace, and studying from my book. I have multiple apps that help me learn Korean. I use Quizlet and Memrise to help me with vocab, and I use HelloTalk to meet Korean friends that I can talk to and call while speaking Korean. This helps me a lot with basic, casual conversational Korean skills and pronunciation. Not to mention, I've also made some really close friends through that app that I actually plan to meet when I go to study in Korea. Something that really helps improve your Korean skills is listening and understanding. For this, I would recommend listening to podcasts, watching Korean YouTubers, and of course, watching dramas. I will leave recommendations to all 3 of these things in the description below, so make sure to check that out. Anyways, that's all I have for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and that it was helpful to you. If it was, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.